All right, let's go to Kyle in Los Angeles. Kyle, respect my authority. What's up, dude? How we doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. I just got to talk to Kelly Daniel and now Dr. John Delony today, and it's not even 7:30 a.m., so I'm having a great day already.
Hey, listen, I got to talk to Kelly this morning, and my day got better, too. So I absolutely know what you're experiencing. Trust me, after a few minutes with me, we will bring you back down to just regular old wah, wah. So what's up, man?
So my question was, how do you create and nurture a ride or die group of friends who hold you accountable? My wife.
That's a good question, man.
Yeah. Thank you. And my wife and I have been listening to your show since the first episode. We hear you and Dave talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm kind of 80% there. Like, I have plenty of friends who I talk to frequently, sometimes about tough things. But it just feels like I'm like just a little bit away from really having kind of my picture of a group who might hold me accountable and call me out when I'm violating my values. And I want to be that kind of friend for other people. And I guess I'm just not sure how to get that last step, or if I'm overthinking this, or, what I can do.
Man. Yeah. So, hey, talking to your phone, okay? But I'm gonna recap it and let me know if I'm right on. So you want to know how to create ride or die friends, and you've heard me talking about. And by the way, big shout out to you and your wife for being the first 2 or 3 listeners that hung on for the first 100 or so episodes. That's pretty rad. But I talk a lot about having a good crew that is with you, that will hold you accountable, that will laugh with you, that will cry with you, pick you up when you fall down. And so you're wondering how to cultivate that. And you've got a group of friends that you think are 80% there, but they just don't feel like they got that last 20%. What do you think that last 20% is? What does that feel like to you?
Yeah, so I think to me, it's like, if they see me, they can speak into my life. Like, if they see me doing something that might be against my values or their values, if they kind of feel empowered to speak up, and that they will do that or hold me accountable.
Do they do that now?
I don't think so.
Okay. Have you ever given them permission to do that? Or have you ever said, hey, call me out on this?
No, I don't think I have.
Ta-da! Hey, so whenever I talk about ride or die, guys, here's, and men and women, I got both in my life. Usually it comes from 2 places. Number 1, mutually shared experiences where we have been through crap together. Coworkers, and all of a sudden the boss quits or fires a bunch of people or suddenly passes away, or there's a car wreck, and everybody's got to just rise to that occasion. So you can't really plan those things. They happen. And then you look around and the smoke clears and you realize, I got a group that's walking alongside me in this deal. So you got mutually shared experiences. That's why a lot of people stay connected to their childhood friends forever, or they stay really connected to their college friends, because everybody got picked up and from their homes, everyone they knew and loved, or everyone they hated and whatever, and they got dropped in a box in a dorm. They all shared a bathroom together, and you just got to figure it out, right? Or that's why military buddies stay together for years and years and years, or police officers or firemen, EMS. They have these shared experiences, man, and it is like they've literally had to ride or die together. And so shared experience is one. Those get harder as you get older, right? That's why you end up being just friends with like little league dads, or, you sit by the same people in a lawn chair next to a soccer game and you become friends with them. That becomes your shared experience, which is really a watered down. Watching 5th graders run around on a soccer field is a watered down. It's not really a shared experience, but it kind of is, right? The other one is intentionality. I am choosing to, because of my season of life, to develop a set of friends, and I'm going to intentionally go first and put some things out there. So here's a couple of things, the way I would, when I talk about those, here's some guys in my life. Here's some ways that's happened. I got a group of guys that we used to hang out with when I was at one university, several universities ago. A couple of those guys are still, I talk to on a weekly basis, if not more frequent. I remember I just moved to town and they invited me in. We were hanging out doing something, and I made some crack. My wife had to move 6 months later. She was finishing her dissertation. She had to move 6 months later. And so I was by myself in this new town alone. And I made some joke about, total joke about dating while I waited for her to come. There's some just stupid pop off, whatever. And my buddy, who's one of my best buddies now, looked at me and said, hey, we don't know you that well. You don't know us. So just so we were clear, if you ever cheat on your wife, you better hope to God she finds you before we do. And they all just smiled at me. And I remember going, whoa, okay. You know what I mean? And so what I'm telling you there is it was a highly intentional, these are friends, these are guys being silly. They knew I was kidding. Good God, I was totally kidding. But just in case there was anything that wasn't clear, here's where we stand on that. Does that make sense? And so it was highly intentional. And then we ended up having some shared experiences. And we were intentional about meeting every week. We were intentional about being around each other's kids. We were intentional about doing fun things once a month. We all watched the fights together, whatever. And then we had shared experiences on the back of that. Eventually somebody's house catches on fire. Eventually somebody needs help doing something in their yard. So we had these shared experiences together. Another one is, man, some of my oldest friends in the world, we've all been married for a long time. And we all know, me and John and Todd, we all know, man, if y'all's ever get crossways with your wives, I don't care who's at fault or why, she gets to stay with us. And so everyone knows that's kind of the rule. Even if my wife cheated on me and she would be okay at their house. Them letting me know, me letting them know, I'm not going to go to war. I'm not going to pick sides here because I love both of you. And we'll walk alongside you guys in whatever happens. And so it becomes this outspoken thing. We were intentional about saying, hey, here's what our values are. Also, I will tell them, hey, I'm starting a new workout program, and they love to catch me grabbing a donut in the middle of a workout program. They love it, right? And they will call me out. And vice versa. Hey, I'm thinking about losing weight. You're clearly not because you just ordered double barbecue, whatever. That's part of being friends and part of being connected there. But it comes with intentionality. And so I'd ask you, man, go first. Go first. Does that make you nervous or uncomfortable to do that, Kyle?
It makes me a little bit nervous, but I think not too nervous to actually do it.
Okay. I would love to see if you got some friends that you think are 80% there. That to me is 1,000,000% worth the risk. What do you got to lose? Because, hey, if they're not those guys, quit wasting your time, man. Quit wasting your time. If they are, call them together and say, hey, I'm going to start working on these two things in my life, whatever it is. I'm going to start lifting weights. I'm going to start going on date nights with my wife. I want to be a better husband. Whatever you want to do, pick a couple of things and then call them together and say, I want you all to call me out on this stuff. I trust you guys. I need some accountability. I don't trust myself all the time. I want you all to set up to help me with my boundaries. My gut tells me, dude, they will be all in. And you can tell them, y'all can make fun of me. You can laugh at me. You can email me, text me, give them the boundaries and then ask, is there anything I can help you guys with? And they may say, no, you weirdo. This whole thing's weird. Why are you inviting us into this? Ugh, gross. Let's just play Pokemon or whatever you guys are doing. And let's just go back to Fortnite and quit speaking. My gut tells me they're going to be jazzed for real. Does that sound cool?
Yes, I think they will be happy, actually.
Okay, so here's the plan, Kyle. I want you to do this. I want you to don't be all weird and dramatic about it. Don't send them like notes and say, hey, guy friends, this weekend I want to have a talk about our values and accountability. Don't do that because that'd make you weird. But y'all go out, go watch the fights this weekend, or y'all go hang. I don't know what y'all do. Like, I'm just dragging you into my world. Y'all get together and go do something. And then say, hey, listen, here's two things I'm going to work on. Do that. I want you to write me back and let me know how that conversation goes. If I totally just blew it for you, then I will commiserate with you and I will announce to all 106 listeners that I screwed up. My gut tells me they're going to be all in and they're going to be jazzed about it. And then you're going to have to be able to accept the accountability when they start making fun of your eating choices or your workout choices or how you are not being as good a husband as you probably should be. And so on and so on and so on and so on. Invite your wife to do the same thing. In a relationship, if you're ever stuck, marriage, parenting, friendship, go first. Go first. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go first. You're going to find out that those relationships weren't what you thought, or you're going to be the first person to extend a hand and start healing that thing. But go first. got nothing to lose, man. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Awesome question, Kyle. Thank you so much. And thanks for letting me talk about my two or three, four guys I love. Kevin and Michael and John and Todd. I love it. Man, it's awesome.